Hi, hope everyone. My name is Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 149. And in today's episode, we have lots to talk about, including out of left field, brand new game from Disney called Disney Dreamlight. It's like Disney's attempt at Animal Crossing. Apparently, it's pretty darn good. Overwatch 2, believe it or not, is coming out with that within a month. Lots more drama. Go figure. Speaking of drama, some chess drama. You're like, what chess drama? Yeah, we didn't believe it either, but.
And they were eating it up. Like when I said chess drama at first, I think they were like, and then I was like halfway through it. They were like, wait, what? Like, wait, what?
Pretty good stuff. But there's chess drama, movie drama with Harry Styles and Chris Pine, and the brand new movie, Don't Worry, Darling.
Did he spit on him?
Hey, yo.
Find out our take.
Other things. God Rest the Queen, Long Live the King, Cyberpunk, Pokemon, Q&A. All that good stuff. So, stay tuned in this episode. See you in a second. Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
If you're living paycheck to paycheck or struggling to make ends meet, and it can be very stressful when your unexpected expenses come up, now Dave can help you get out of a pinch when you really need it. You guys may be asking yourself, who's this Dave guy? Well, Dave isn't a person. Dave is the banking app that can help you get up to $500 instantly with extra cash. That's more money to fill your tank, buy a wedding gift, or catch up on bills. Anytime I'm getting gas, you better believe I'm using the Dave app. There's no interest and no credit check needed. Download the Dave app for the App Store right now. That's DAVE. Sign up for extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees may apply. Banking provided by Evolve, member FDIC. Future you will thank you. If you ever find yourself in a pinch, just remember that Dave has your back. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month. And now for the plot twist. Nope, there isn't one. Seriously, Mint Mobile just has premium wireless for just $15 a month. There's no tapping you into a 2-year contract or opening bills to find all these crazy fees. There's no luring you into free subscriptions to streaming services that you'll forget to cancel and be charged full price for. No, there's none of that. Again, Mint Mobile has shown me that I could save up to $45 on my bill monthly by switching to their services. For anyone who just hates their phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Mint Mobile gives you the best rate whether you're buying one for the family, and at Mint, families just start at 2 lines. So what are you waiting for? Get premium wireless for just $15 a month and no unexpected plot twists at mintmobile.com/GG. That's mintmobile.com/GG. Seriously, you make your wallet very happy at mintmobile.com/GG. Switch to mintmobile.com and start your monthly plan starting at just $15 a month.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 100 and is this 50? No, this might be 150. 150. It's either 149 or 150. I'm check.
Oh my lord.
Survey says
we're getting pretty up there.
But you still listen, people, and we love you.
149. False alarm.
Oh, okay.
False alarm.
169.
Maybe 150 we'll figure out. Maybe I'll look into getting guests and stuff like that. Because I think in the 50s last time is when we started guest one. So maybe 100 episodes later.
It was also a little bit into good old pandemic. I think we only did like 30 episodes IRL before.
Yeah.
Weird. We should really
hit the poop.
You know what? I'm coming down. We're doing an
IRL episode. You're gonna do it, Blue?
Oh, come on up here. I guess for you it's up.
Well, I'm coming up. My bad. You know, because I'm in Texas. Not. I go up
north. If you look at a map, you know,
northwest.
Yeah, pretty obvious. I go up.
But speaking of up, GG Easy stonks are on the up.
Oh.
Because we're the best podcast. And we got a
stacked
right. episode, of course.
Podcast.
Right?
We always have a stacked episode.
Yeah. Because you know who else is stacked? Mickey Mouse.
Stacked Lays.
Mickey. Disney.
Mickey motherfucking Monopoly Mouse.
And now they got a monopoly on, I guess, like the new Animal Crossing craze.
Dude, I really want to play it. Have you guys seen anything about it?
Disney Dreamlight is the name.
Yes.
I didn't know about it until last morning. I messaged Claire and I was like, babe, this kind of looks just like your game. Yeah, Like, was it just like announced randomly? Because I had never heard a word. I feel like it was never marketed. It was never teased. There was no.
The only thing I ever saw with Disney was like a Disney tour thing, and it just looks terrible. So I had no idea about Dreamlight in the slightest.
And then it just comes out, and then I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then turns out, really well received. People were really liking it. So I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, it says for the folks who played Animal Crossing New Horizons in the depths of 2020 and still have their Switches, I'm reading this from PC Gamer, he'll line up the similarities between Animal Crossing and Dreamlight. So Dreamlight Valley has character you can customize and dress how you like, a house you can similarly decorate, and the freedom to design the town as well. It has all local real estate tycoon Scrooge McDuck and the store with a selection of clothing and furniture items that change daily. It has familiar characters with their own homes around the village, and has like with Animal Crossing New Horizons, somebody you know hates one of them specifically. You find out like eventually like which ones like get along, which ones don't get along. It also has an endless list of chores: digging up treasures, collecting flowers, fishing, mining, and all the ingredients in like a crafting system. There's a day and night cycle for your local time. So it honestly just seems like Disney Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And they're certainly marketing it like that from what they've shown so far.
Yeah, I watched one trailer. I was like, "What in the?" And
What in the Animal
It
Crossing?
almost looked like Viva Pinata too. Like it looked like a Animal Crossing meets Viva Pinata type of thing. And I've been waiting for a Viva Pinata. Oh, dude!
I've been waiting my whole life for this moment.
Hey,
No, the Viva
real,
Pinata, that game changed the world.
OG
bro.
Viva Pinata, like the first one that came out, is like the first like base building survival creative type of game I think I've really ever played. And like Viva Pinata is honestly one of the most low-key slept on gems of all time.
I remember everyone was about it in high school. Everyone kept saying it, and I was like, "I trust you. I ain't got money, so I'm gonna stick to Halo and Call of Duty." It wasn't like I'm gonna go drop what little money I have to buy Viva Pinata.
See, and that's what Viva Pinata was for me. Like whenever I was done with Halo, I'd go on to Viva Pinata and make sure my Horstachios and my Rorios were okay. And
I know like Dallas was about it too.
Oh, she loved it. I remember when Dallas was one of the first people like to tell me about it, and she was all about it.
I think that's when I first heard it. And then I think one of the things was like, I'll just play it whenever I get a copy from someone, and never really.
I was too busy playing it to give it to you.
No. Well, yeah, that was back in the day. It was like literally. That's why I was like, man, who knows what my life would have looked like if there were free to play games back when I played.
Bro.
Because it was essentially, it's like, what am I going to play today? I have Halo. Or
Viva
Call of
Pinata.
Duty. That was it. And then it was
Doritos Crash Course.
Yeah, Doritos. Like... unironically, yeah, because I was like the only free to play game. And then it was, are any of my friends done with their single player games and willing to lend them to me? Usually the answer is no. And then I would wait until like summer. And for instance, someone would be like, "Hey, like I'm done with like I just beat like Assassin's Creed 2. You want it?" I'm like, I haven't even played Assassin's Creed, but sure. And that's just how I play. It's like, well, I hope I. And then I got to give the disc back to. That's all I could do.
Well, like what I didn't like about Viva Pinata 2 is it just wasn't as good as Viva Pinata 1. So they introduced like all these new like different terrains and stuff like that. It just wasn't as good as the first.
Just didn't hit the same.
But I was watching it yesterday and I was like, this looks like really sick. So I might start streaming it in a little bit.
Well, Claire was actually saying I think she's enjoying it more than Animal Crossing because for her.
Oh, she actually played it. I thought you kind of just like.
Yeah, she's been playing on her Switch. Which also, if you're listening, apparently it's on Game Pass. So if you got that. But the reason she likes it more, and the reason she like fell off and didn't like Animal Crossing as much is because it just lacked like she likes direction. Like she wants story, quest, like more interactive characters. So like apparently this is what it has. There are quests and there's story and you go do things and you talk with people. And I think that's already why she like finds it more interesting than Animal Crossing. So yeah, it seems like so far they got a winner on their hands. So And they got a massive IP to pull from.
That's all I was like thinking is like Disney really needs to crack into is the video game market. Cause like I get that like it's a very kiddie kind of thing. So whenever Disney does release a game, it's very tailored towards children. And this one is obviously tailored towards children, but also tailored to like the Animal Crossing kind of community.
Well, they got that new racing game come out. It's like Mario Kart. It's honestly kind of fire.
Yeah, I still haven't played it. I know you wanted to make a video on it like months ago.
Let me see. Because that was the beta back in like June. Yeah. I don't know when it's supposed to come out.
Oh, it's like not out, but like.
It's still just 2022. It says summer 2022. We ain't much time left in summer. Is it actually? When does summer end? September 22nd. So they got 13 days. So I doubt. I always forget that like seasons have actual start and end dates, because when I think like summer's over, I think mid-August because school. But nope, it ain't over yet. And then we're gonna get the depressing no sunlight. Sun also goes down at like 3 p.m. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, but football. So.
Yeah.
Oi, bro.
It's a trade-off, you know.
It was a good game last night. And then they kind of ran away with it.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if we have this on the thing. The Queen, Sag. Blue said bruv and
Sag.
But like, I don't know. I don't really fucking care. Like,
I just knew she was a meme because it was like she'll never die. Well, I mean, if death can take her, where none of us are safe.
But now, like, for the first time in like 70 or something years, that the national anthem's "God Save the King."
Yeah, it's weird to think.
I don't like that.
Long live the king.
I don't like kings. As an American, I think it's like in my blood to not like kings.
Why do we like queens? Why are queens any better?
Reject modernity.
Because we reject the patriarch. You know.
Yeah, but that's
queen,
also
like,
a queen.
You go, queen.
I mean,
yeah, but like. She's the queen.
Yeah, but the
They're
queen
all
was like
monarchies.
peak. Let's go, girl boss, gatekeep genocide, queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I heard it.
Girl boss, gatekeep colonialism.
I know it's like a big deal probably over there, but yeah, for me it was like, oh. I feel like it would be up there with, well, it's not quite, but like somebody hearing like one of our ex-presidents died somewhere else in the country, like somewhere else in the world, and they're like, oh, okay. I'll be honest, I know nothing about the Queen, really. Aside from the fact that, there's like some conspiracies and she had Diana killed. Is that a conspiracy or something like that?
There's a lot of conspiracy. There's a conspiracy that she's been dead and they just announced it now.
It's just been a walking corpse. An automatron.
Yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy style beat.
And I know she loves corgis. That's the one thing she and I were kindred spirits on.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, God rest her soul. Long live the king. Just sounds so weird. Because like, it's weird to think that there's somewhere in the like there's still technically a king and a queen somewhere. It's weird. Even though they have like absolutely no power. But it's not the point. So rest easy, quite literally, queen. And now, yeah, isn't the king? Who is it? Charles?
Yeah, he's like, 80.
And he's already, he's like, great.
Yeah, he's on the way out too.
I'm king for a day. Like, can you imagine? Like, we almost got to the point where, the prince died of old age before he could become king. He was up there, man. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, and her husband looked like a fucking skeleton. I'll be real. I'll say it. That dude was.
Someone pointed out too, which is kind of crazy to think about when you think about it, but the queen was reigning as queen for a third of America's lifetime. Kind of crazy to think about.
That is pretty crazy to think about.
All the stuff she's seen, but anyhow, deuces. I'll see
Speaking
you.
of deuces,
I'll see you wherever you're going. See you soon.
Okay, I need. So I talked to Christian a little bit about this. So I have actually seen the trailer now for Don't Worry, Honey, because I'm telling you, I don't think
darling.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, that one.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie have better PR, natural PR, than this movie. Because I hadn't heard a single thing until all this drama.
That's what I'm saying. Same.
With like 5 different, like, it's not just like, oh, like, it's like one drama. It's like 5 separate things, like all stemming from like the director, Olivia Wilde. And it all just stems in all different directions. So I'm going to go see it now.
Yeah, bro, the devil works hard, but Olivia Wilde works harder. Let's get into as much drama as possible before this fucking movie.
So I have to ask you, Blue, did you see the video of Harry Styles and Chris Pine?
Oh, yeah, I did see it. Yeah.
Do you think Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine? I know we're probably like a little, like a week late to the conversation, but I need to know.
Well, I think Chris Pine's PR team straight up came out and said, no, he didn't.
That's what they want you to think.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know.
The drama side of me just wants there to be, but I don't think he did. I think watching the video.
Yeah, I got nothing.
But it did look weird.
It did look pretty sus. But nonetheless,
I've just been. The only reason I knew about any of that stuff, I heard about the drama before that. I didn't even know that was drama because of the Olivia Munn. Pew drama.
Olivia Munn?
Olivia Wilde.
Or you mean Olivia Wilde?
I mean Olivia Wilde. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Olivia Wilde and Florence Depew, or I can't remember her name. Florence.
Yeah,
it's something
Florence Depew.
It's Pew. That's all I know. It ends in Pew. And like they have beef, and it's like it goes deep. All the way back. Well, it starts with like drama with what's his face, Transformer dude.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf, who was supposed to be Harry Styles' character, but apparently Olivia Wilde said he walked off, and he said no, I got fired, or no, it's the other way around. Said Olivia Wilde like we had to fire Shia LaBeouf, but Shia LaBeouf's like no, I walked off. Why? I don't think we know yet. But there's drama there. And she's like, she's lying. And he's like, no, he's lying. Because, for whatever reason, she decides to replace her directorial debut main cast male protagonist with a seasoned actor with Harry Styles. Why? Well, now they're in a relationship, aren't they? I mean, I feel like I can connect the dots there a little bit. So Shia LaBeouf's pissed. And then, apparently, Pew... really they got some beef or something, and she was mistreated or something, and also on top of that, I think part of it too was like, why am I having to act now like I'm here acting my life out, and then there's Harry Styles and drama there.
Did you see the clip of Harry? He's like, they're doing like press for the movie and stuff like that. And he's like, my favorite thing about this movie is that it's a movie. You like go to the cinema and you sit there and you really like enjoy the movie, and it feels like a movie. And Chris Pine is just sitting there like,
I did all of this
like,
for what?
He's literally just like
Lord help me. It's
because I think the only thing I've ever seen Harry Styles is Dunkirk, and
I think that's like all he's really credited for. And he didn't even have to say a word.
I was like, he had very like few lines in that. And more so, like, the sets and the scenes were more so the act, and rather than I think like him.
That was part of it, too, is like, why this? Especially if you already had Shia LaBeouf, like, casted or whatever. So there's all that beef. And then apparently this Chris Pine thing. But it just came out today, I think. And so far it's like 40% Rotten Tomatoes. So.
Hey, man.
Oh, really?
I can't believe Olivia Wilde killed the Queen to hide that Rotten Tomatoes score.
Yeah, you can't tweet about Rotten Tomatoes if we kill the Queen. Like, Olivia, no. But I think they're still gonna probably make more money now because of all this. Because I do.
100%.
Like 100%. I'm gonna go see it because I like my curiosity is getting the better of me.
So somebody's sitting there like, yeah, it worked. Weekday date. So good for them. And I don't know if I'm going to see it in theaters. If it reviewed a little better, I might have, but nah.
We'll see. I definitely need to go see a movie. I can't even remember the last movie I saw in theaters.
Mine was Dragon Ball.
I think Top Gun was the last movie I saw in theaters.
That
Which is
was
crazy. It just passed like Black Panther on box office all the time.
insane.
Like 750 billion or million, sorry, not billion.
Wow. That is doing numbers, huh?
Be going. The movie, every theater would have to be full every day since it's come out.
And not even
like,
then.
like,
China would have to just donate a couple 100 billion, probably.
something
Even
tells me
more.
that movie doesn't do very well in China.
Well, no, I think we talked about that. Like, it's American military propaganda. Like, other countries are probably like, that was
The nail in the coffin
interesting.
was also, I think Tom Cruise had like a Taiwan flag on his shirt, so China was
no
like,
shot.
what?
No.
I'll stop you there, Chief.
Yeah.
At the letter T.
Yeah.
Said China.
So
I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna give you guys my review.
all right.
I'm gonna make that my goal by next podcast.
Hold you to it.
And I'm gonna tell you if the drama was worth it or not.
Probably not. But it would. But it did get your money. So
yeah,
Did get my
mission
$9.99.
accomplished. $9.99. I feel like tickets are a little more than that these days, unless you go matinee.
Well, I'm part of a movie club thing, and I get and I pay $9.99 a month, and then I get one free
go off.
ticket.
Go
Go
thing.
off. Go
So-
off, Kane. Go
So
off.
normally, when I check my thing, I haven't been in movies in so long. I normally have like 2 free tickets, so it's like I paid $20 for 2 free tickets type of things because we only go to the movie so often. It's a great way to save for concessions though, because that's where they get you.
That's where they get me. Give me my icy and cinnamon pretzels. You get me. But you know who else gets me?
Who? The Targaryens?
Overwatch 2.
Oh,
Oh.
They
God.
really understand what I think all other gamers want, as is demonstrated by the most recent news that new heroes will be free to unlock in the free battle pass.
Now, like when you said like the new heroes are free to, I was like, wait, I think I saw Ruben tweet about that heroes are going to be earned on the battle pass. How does that
Yeah.
work in a hero shooter? That doesn't make any sense.
How does
Yeah.
Blizzard continue to fumble the bag on a game that was literally a guaranteed success? If they like, all they had to do was not fuck it up, and here they are fucking it up
Doing exactly that. Yeah.
in their sequel. I don't understand. Some corporations, sometimes it's like, bro, all you had to do was like not. Like if you
And they
did
did.
less, you could have not updated Overwatch for the past 4 years, and people would have been like, "Oh my god, Overwatch 2, Overwatch 2." But instead, you have fucked it up so bad that people are like, "Ooh."
Well, now it's just like, I get it. They want money. But like, yeah, that's the whole point, is like, it's different in like League, for instance. Because Overwatch is designed, you don't lock in a hero. It was always supposed to be designed, like the reason you can always switch is because they want like the metagame to change.
Counterplay,
Yeah,
like-
while you're playing, and like if someone's going this, oh, I'll go this. Okay, well now that I went this, they went this, and then a bunch of switching. And so now, like, Ruben has a good point. You're gonna be like, hey, dude, could you go? Like, imagine it was back in the day. Like, hey, could you go Reinhardt? I don't have him unlocked yet, dude. Sorry. I can Winston.
Oh, that would piss me off so
Yeah.
bad. But like, not pissed off at like the dude who doesn't have Reinhardt unlocked.
Bro,
Pissed
well,
off
yeah,
that,
it's not
like,
his
that's even a
fault.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not a good look, frankly.
but like, what's their thinking behind that? Like, it's gonna make, Because if anything, I think it's really counterproductive and is going to make people not want to play the game and not want to unlock all these heroes. Like, don't you want to have all the heroes available for people to try out and be like, ooh, I like how this guy plays. Like, I'm going to main this guy and this guy. But instead it's going to be like, oh, my main or the dude I really want to try and play is level 20 in the battle pass. So now I have to play 10 games and fucking lose to level up.
Well, then that's what they're gonna do is like, well, you can get it free or just pay like $15 and you can immediately play him. And
God,
that's where they're hoping to get people. And yeah, it's just like again though, again, can we talk about the fact Overwatch? Okay, I like saw a list of this recently, and I know Rob and I think talked about this, but like there's a list of like best like most copies sold video games all time. Is like top 10 list. I think Overwatch was like 7th with 50 million, I think.
I'll look right now.
You now have its sequel, and I have to remind myself it's coming out in less than a month. Huh?
I'm seeing if I can find
What?
it. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, and it's like Blue was saying too, like, how have you managed to get to this point where like you fumbled the bag so bad that this is how we're talking about Overwatch 2 that about is to come out, is whatever, rather than like, dude, this is gonna be sick. I hope it is, but in between the weird hiatus of like, hey, we kind of have like a live service game, JK, we moved everyone to Overwatch 2, years of nothing. Then they show Overwatch 2 and right, wait, this is what you've been doing? And then I almost feel like that's why they're also, at least right now, I'm not seeing much marketing. It's just because that, like when I made the Overwatch 2 beta videos, or even like the stream, 50% of comments on stream and in the videos were like, this looks like Overwatch 1. I don't get it. Yeah. Like they're having to combat that because you decided to make it Overwatch 2. So people come in expecting a sequel, and especially without any of the PvE launching too. It's like new lighting Overwatch, new lighting system with a couple new heroes, which if they just kept the same cadence in Overwatch, we'd already have like 20 more.
So I had that list you were looking at. So the top 10, it goes Red Dead Redemption 2, 45 million copies. Pokemon Gen 1, congratulations, you guys. 47 million. Super Mario Bros, 48 million. Overwatch at 7th with 50 million.
50 million. I didn't realize it did that well.
Mario Kart 8 and Deluxe, 55 million.
Yeah, see, everyone's like, where's your new Mario Kart? They don't care. Look at that. If they sold 55, they'll sell another 50 million, whatever. Like,
you think they should have done the Mario Kart route and just been like, we'll name this Overwatch 1 still, and we'll just give you new stuff type of thing.
Or just call it Overwatch Deluxe.
Yeah, PUBG, 75 million. Wii Sports, 82 million.
I think Terraria's up there, isn't
it? I think they're just outside. I think Terraria, 44.5 million as of May 2022.
That's a lot.
They're 11. Grand Theft Auto 5, 170 million. Minecraft, 238 million. Would you guys like to guess what number 1 is?
The Bible.
Know what it is. So.
You do?
Well, I saw the list.
Oh, okay.
So.
I would never guess this in a million years. I mean, but like when you think about it, it makes sense. Tetris, Blue.
Oh yeah, Tetris.
With 520 million.
Because I think, the people are kind of explaining like it's hard to kind of figure out what, but I think they're counting like almost every iteration of Tetris.
Well, that's what it says. The Tetris company managing director said Tetris had 425 million paid mobile downloads as of 2014.
That's insane. I didn't even know there was like a paid mobile app.
But you're right. Like you already have 50 million people who have this game. You know what I mean? When Overwatch 2 comes out, it means 50 million people already have this game. And they won't even have it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like how many people I think are going to be playing day one. Like maybe 2%. 50 million.
That's just the thing is like I don't know where the hype like where Overwatch 2 is sitting on like gamers' radars.
It's
So
not.
Overwatch 1 was coming out. We were hyped.
Yeah, I feel like
we
normally I
were-
have a good sense, but like Overwatch 2,
It's just like it's like
like maybe day one there's like a bajillion players. I'm like, where'd you guys come from? But for the most part, it just seems like I don't know, bad headline after bad headline right now. So like I don't know. I'm gonna play it. I hope it's fun, but like
hey,
also
I'm down for customs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
down
down.
for customs.
Like
But like if the videos also showed me anything too, I feel like content creation Overwatch is almost like dead and gone. Because like excitement for 2 was literally like a day, and then everyone was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to game I've moved on since from Overwatch."
well, I feel like that's what gamers like nowadays are like. I mean, you see it with Halo Infinite. I think that Halo Infinite comes out, and the month it comes out, everybody's playing it, and then 2 weeks later, I think the player base dropped by 95%. Like I think there's so many games out there to play that you don't see people really sticking with something if they don't like it. They'll literally just be like, "Oh, I'll go play something else." Like I tried, especially if it's free to play, because most people they don't have anything to lose. They because it was free.
Yeah, so I hope it's cool. I do.
For Ruben's sake, I hope it's cool too.
Ruben's like, come on. Yeah, it's just like within a month.
Yeah, and then like Ruben was talking to us when we were streaming the other day, and he was basically like, man, he goes, man, next month is gonna be crazy. And I literally will go, what's next month, Ruben? And he goes, Overwatch 2. And I went, oh yeah, like
that's a thing.
I was like, I thought like another beta was coming out next month or something, and I was like, oh yeah, that like is coming out.
I don't know. It's a weird timeline we're living in. But hey, if I'm wrong and we somehow get back to like the heyday of Overwatch, cool. That was a
Hell
fun
yeah.
period. But my expectations are so low. So we can only see. Plus, we got some bangers coming out this fall though. Anyway, because like what, a week or two after that, I think actually wait no, Scarlet and Violet is November, isn't it? The Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, we're gonna have Modern Warfare 2.
Party animals.
Cope.
Yeah, Cope. If that ever actually finally comes out.
It says 2022, so
Cope.
like
That's a big copium, my guy.
it can't be that hard to release. Like, right? I felt like the beta had enough.
Homie, we've been waiting for 2 years. Okay, I want that game so bad, but it doesn't
so
want to come.
fun, too.
It doesn't want to come
It doesn't want to exist.
out.
I don't know why.
I that's my most hyped game of this year. And
That game was so
and where
fun.
is it?
I
don't
can't
know.
believe like it's been that long since the beta.
Yeah,
Like,
I miss that game. I do.
I fucking love that game. But I don't think that game loves me.
Yeah, but I'm starting to understand where I stand in the relationship. All my homies hate it. Hopefully it'll come out. But no, there's some other games too. So yeah, here's to hoping it works out, but who really knows? But speaking of potential, turnarounds, new Cyberpunk DLC was revealed. People seem to be pretty positive about it. I would say pretty unsurprisingly, people are pretty positive about it now, saying like, hey, the game's good now, which is what we expected. Like, I didn't think CD Projekt Red was just going to be like, well, it is a mess, see ya, deuces. That they were going to fix it, but the problem was the fact that we have to wait like that. Like, so many games come out, and then we have to, don't worry, it will, why not it is? Why not just when it releases,
just
it's good?
do it. Like,
but I'm glad to hear it's good now. I'll probably revisit it once like DLC comes out because I never gave it that much time. However, there is a lot of contention because with this DLC and then moving forward, they're ditching past gens, which people are upset about.
Oh no.
But yeah, also part of it too is like they weren't designed to really be
It
great.
already wasn't designed for last.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
the fact Cyberpunk was still released on old gens was like pretty a hot topic when they decided to do that.
So yeah, I can't say I'm like surprised or anything, and I think it just actually makes it a little easier and opens up more stuff for them. So go for it. Good luck, GLHF. Yeah. Not much else there. They did bring back Keanu though. We love Keanu, so who really cares?
I'm never gonna play that game in like reality. You know what I mean? Like,
it was fun. We got. Oh, speaking of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, some new reveals.
Yeah, the new reveals look pretty good. I am pleasantly surprised. Fruit
And
sent me this year's crab, and he was like, "The best boy," and I was like, "That's a hairy crab."
we stand Harry Crab.
Harry Crab. I need to see Harry Crab.
The new knights look really cool. I did kind
Very
of spoil
nice.
myself already because I have been religiously following all the leaks as I do with every Pokemon game.
Fair.
And yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like I sent it to you. I was like, I don't know if you care about spoilers. And you're like, homie, I've already seen them all. I'm like, okay, good.
Homie, I'm on the same boat you are. I have been loaded in, baby.
Yeah. Where we dropping? Spoiler
we
town.
dropping, boys.
Sick. I will say too, though, one of the cool things that we saw was the new like auto battling system when you like, I guess, like in some wild battles and stuff.
I was very pleasantly surprised that they kind of decided to expand on that RCS feature. So I was like, all right, one step forward, one step backward. Classic Pokemon.
We'll take it. Best I can do is kind of this feature from Arceus. All right.
Wait, so who's Jita?
The new characters, Rob.
Oh, that's a new character.
It's like, ooh. They revealed.
I just see a lot of fan art and a lot of Rule 34 on this new character.
Yeah.
They're quick, man.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out.
They are quick.
It's scary. And I haven't seen the third episode of Rings of Power, but in the second one, they need help making this tower, and they're like gonna ask the dwarves. Bro, ask the Rule 34 artists. That tower will be done in no time. If they can build as fast as they draw, dude. Insane.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
The concept art for the tower would be done in minutes.
Yeah. Okay, great. So yeah, hyped about that. And then I was like telling Blue, we'll have to see more of it, but I think it could be interesting in which, like, aside from maybe catching an encounter, you have like a Nuzlocke run where you can only auto battle like wild Pokemon or something.
Would be pretty sick.
Yeah, you'd have to figure out how the system stuff, but that could be pretty fun too. Because then you could literally just be like a Pokemon trainer, you know? Pikachu's out there. Pikachu, use Thunderbolt! Don't growl, Pikachu. Oh my god, dude, you're throwing. And then he dies.
Pikachu, you're embarrassing me in front of the level 99 Lugia.
And then he dies, and you go, deserved. Skill issue. I don't know what to tell
Skill
you.
issue. L plus ratio.
He's like, pick a pay. Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
If you're living paycheck to paycheck or struggling to make ends meet, and it can be very stressful when your unexpected expenses come up, now Dave can help you get out of a pinch when you really need it. You guys may be asking yourself, who's this Dave guy? Well, Dave isn't a person. Dave is the banking app that can help you get up to $500 instantly with extra cash. That's more money to fill your tank, buy a wedding gift, or catch up on bills. Anytime I'm getting gas, you better believe I'm using the Dave app. There's no interest and no credit check needed. Download the Dave app for the App Store right now. That's DAVE. Sign up for extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees may apply. Banking provided by Evolve. Member FDIC. Future you will thank you. If you ever find yourself in a pinch, just remember that Dave has your back. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month. And now for the plot twist. Nope, there isn't one. Seriously, Mint Mobile just has premium wireless for just $15 a month. There's no tapping you into a 2-year contract or opening bills to find all these crazy fees. There's no luring you into free subscriptions to streaming services that you'll forget to cancel and be charged full price for. No, there's none of that. Again, Mint Mobile has shown me that I could save up to $45 on my bill monthly by switching to their services. For anyone who just hates their phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Mint Mobile gives you the best rate whether you're buying one for the family, and at Mint, families just start at 2 lines. So what are you waiting for? Get premium wireless for just $15 a month and no unexpected plot twists at mintmobile.com/GG. That's mintmobile.com/GG. Seriously, you make your wallet very happy at mintmobile.com/GG. Switch to mintmobile.com and start your monthly plan starting at just $15 a month.
I heard something about chess drama. Rob mentioned chess drama. You want to fill us in?
Okay, yeah. Do you guys want to hear this?
All right, hit us.
Okay, so Magnus Carlsen. So little thing about Rob here. I really like to watch chess. I don't know what's happening. I don't understand any of the analysis. I love it as background noise. I just think it's the perfect background noise. So like if I'm doing like anything like and I need background noise, I normally have like a Hikaru stream on, or maybe sometimes Daniel Nordowski. That was Dado's coach for the chess thing. But there's like this big tournament called like the St. Louis like tournament or something like that. Okay, the world number 1 Magnus is there. Okay, Magnus, and this is like a classical setting. So there's like 3 different kind of ratings that you have. There's like a blitz rating, classical chess, and I forget what the other one is called. So with Magnus, he's trying to get to, I can't remember if it's 2,900 or 3,000 as like his like ELO. And to put it in perspective, whenever Magnus wins a game against whoever is the world number 2, he only gets like 1 ELO for that. You know what I mean? Like he only gets like +1 for that. And if he loses like a shit ton. So we get to this tournament and he's playing against an American named Hans. God, what's his last name? Hans Niemann? Nyman? So a little thing about Hans, he's I believe he's 19. So he's still like a young kid. Yeah, he's born in 2003, so that would make him 19. So yeah. He's playing with the black pieces. Now, for anybody that watches chess, white goes first. And that's a big advantage in chess. Like huge. Especially so like normally when you're like at that elo, you played for a draw when you play black. Like most of the lines you take, you're trying to play for a draw. So Magnus had white pieces, Hans had black. And Hans just dominated Magnus throughout the whole game. Like didn't just dominated him. Had his throat against his neck the whole time. And like nobody's ever seen that ever. So after the game, Hans wins in a pretty easy fashion. Magnus, the world number 1, decides to drop out of the tournament and basically claim that Hans cheated during his match and that Hans basically only beat Magnus because he cheated. And that's kind of really like,
isn't cheating also like wouldn't be really obvious? He would just do like an illegal like move.
That's what kind of like everyone in the chess world is saying, but it's also like
he could
Magnus
read his mind.
Like 29. Magnus's rating is like 29 something, and Hans is like 27 something. So it's a pretty big discrepancy of like skill and stuff like that. And so for Hans to beat Magnus like that, Magnus just was like, "Oh, he's cheating for sure. Like this is bullshit." So he drops out, subtweets Hans, basically being like, "I'm dropping out." And it was like a clip of Jose Mourinho, who's like a soccer coach, basically going like, "If I speak, I get in big trouble. Like if I speak, I get in trouble." So then Hikaru, who's like the face of like Twitch Chess, essentially, basically comes out and says that he thought what Hans was doing in the game was a little sus and didn't make much sense with the lines he took. And then
But
was
doesn't
basically
like
saying,
wouldn't Magnus just be like, you can't do that? I don't get that.
what do you mean? Like, so like Hans like
Right,
makes a
like
move
he's
and
like, I take knight to c3. He's like, you can't do that.
Yeah,
Because
how
like
do
you went one square too far. Like I don't
I think
understand.
he thinks that like he had an engine before the game or something like that. And but I don't know. Like maybe that is legal, and I have no clue. But basically, he came out with these allegations that Hans had cheated, and this is now like the biggest chess drama like ever, apparently, because Magnus has never dropped out of a tournament mid-tournament. This is the first time he's ever done it. And then chess.com came out and like chess. So basically, the three pillars of chess are Magnus Carlsen, world number one, Hikaru, the face of entertainment on chess, and chess.com, like where you go and fucking play chess. So chess.com came out, I believe, and said, "Dear chess community, the last few days have been tumultuous for many of the chess community. Oh, and by the way, people like came to Hans and were like, basically asked him about the cheating allegations, and he said he's only cheated 2 times in his life. When he was 12 years old to like climb the ladder fast, he like used an engine to climb it fast, and then some other time when he was like 16, he used like an engine or something like that. But he said like in cash things and like when he played like the big guys, he never used an engine. And then chess.com, was this morning? 18 hours ago. So about 18 hours ago, chess.com comes out and banned his account. They banned Hans's account on chess.com. And then chess.com came out with this and said, the last few days have been tumultuous, that's a tough word, for many in the chess community. At this time, we have reached out to Hans Niemann to explain our decision to privately remove him from chess.com and our events. We have shared detailed evidence with him concerning our decision, including information that contradicts his statements regarding to the amount and seriousness of his cheating on chess.com. We have invited Hans to provide an explanation and response and hope to find a resolution where Hans can again participate on chess.com. We want nothing more to see than the best chess players in the world succeed in the greatest events. We will always act to protect the integrity of the game that we all love. The CCO of chess came out and said that. So
it does change things.
Yeah, so chess.com like came out and banned him.
Banned.
So they basically said like, you've cheated way more than twice, bro, and you've cheated way harder than you had claimed that it was. And so now they have like this chess tournament going on, and basically, and what the funny thing is Magnus dropped out, and all the players around him saw that Magnus wasn't at the thing. So everybody just did lines where they just drew and just like moved the same piece back and forth and back and forth because none of the players wanted to play.
Wow,
so
that is drama. That's juicy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's crazy.
Okay, so what is an engine?
So an engine, Blue, if you look up like chess engine, and so say you're playing somebody on chess and they're not using an engine, the engine will show you what the best possible move you can do every time is. So when somebody plays with like a 100% accuracy and goes with 100% of what the engine would do, it's clear that like they're cheating type of thing. Like, because like somebody who like, if Christian, you and I played a game of chess, we'd be blundering all over the place. Like the engine would be like, what the fuck is this? But if we were like noobs playing 800 rated and we were hitting 100, like from 98% accuracy to 100% accuracy, it's like, okay, that's fucking weird. Because even like the top players like Magnus, Hikaru, all those guys like Fabiano, they hit around like 95, 97%. So it's like the 3 pillars of chess are up against Hans. And then it was almost looking like people were mad at Hikaru, Magnus, and chess.com for having these allegations on Hans for not basically like for not having like evidence against it and stuff like that. And it was more so like a he said, she said type of thing. And then chess.com yesterday came out with this and was basically like, yo, this guy's full of shit. Like we we kicked him off, and he can provide like evidence to prove he's not a cheater, but he thinks he is. So it's just super interesting. So yeah, chess is fucking sick.
We like chess.
Yeah, and if like you want kind of like there's a Levy Chess, Levy. He does like a very good like explanation on it and all that kind of stuff, and explains like why people think he cheated and stuff like that, and like breaks down the game. And then like it's kind of funny too, because I was watching Hikaru like react to it live, because Hikaru was streaming while the event was going on. And they're basically like the analysts are like grilling Hans about like, oh, like why did you do this line? Like why did you do this? And I mean, like to me, it just sounds like Hans going like, well, bishop b3, of course, like makes sense, but then like the queen to c2, like, and like for me that just sounds like gibberish. But Hikaru, who's like a 2,800 rated player, is like listening to that and is going like that doesn't make like any sense. Like, what are these lines he's saying? And then the whole time too, Hans kind of seemed like really nervous while giving his explanation to it and stuff. It just seemed really weird. And I was actually on Hans's side till I read the chess.com thing coming out and basically being like, yeah, dog, like you cheat way harder than you say you do, and you cheat way more than you do. So if you want to like provide proof that you don't, like you're more than welcome to, but you're banned.
Can chess.com see if they're using the engine? Is that what they're saying?
They're just saying like they have like evidence of like games. So like if you go to chess.com now and you play a game, you won't see an engine like next to your thing. But after you play a game, the chess.com will break down the game, and it'll show like who had advantage at like what point and stuff like that. And it'll tell you like, oh, you moved the horse piece here, but you actually should have moved it here. That was like a better move. Like, oh, you moved your queen here. Well, that was a blunder because now you hung your queen and they can like get your queen and stuff like that. So there's like an engine that like shows you how to break down. But then like also they expect like chess players to like break down every line possible. It's crazy, dude. Like the amount of lines, like Hikaru will go like, oh, dude, it'll be like bishop b2 and then like pawn b4, and then like he'll like do 20 moves like before like for like a single line. So they just thought it was really interesting that Hans was really nervous while explaining it and wasn't really making much sense of like his reasoning of like doing that.
Yeah, it's kind of sus.
Yeah,
I don't know anything now. I'm like, yeah, why?
Yeah,
why?
This is like how complex chess is, right? Because like me and Fruit were like, how the fuck do you cheat in chess? And like now that you're talking about it, we're like, well, shit.
But that's why I was confused. Well, also for a second I thought it was in person. So that's how
it is. No, like that event was in person. Like they played in person.
Wait, but then he wouldn't be able to use an engine.
See, but like that's the other and that's the thing. Like that's the weird part is like this was played in person. Like if he really did cheat, how did he cheat?
Yeah. See, I get like if they were playing chess.com, but that's what I still don't understand is if you're sitting there. Because, like, let's say we're playing a card game, for instance, like Pokemon. I've had people cheat against me. It's easier because it's
you
like...
can stack the deck.
Yeah, you can stack the deck. You can, if you got good, like, sleight of hand, you draw an extra card or, like, put something's up your sleeve. But with chess, it's like, okay, I'm moving this, and it can only move a certain way. So that's where I'm still like, sure, he cheats online, but... maybe he just they'll have to tell me because that's what I still don't understand. I still just don't understand how in person you can cheat.
So here's IndianExpress.com chess cheating drama. What are different ways to cheat in chess? So it says the chess world recently rocked when 5-time champion Magnus Carlsen decided to quit the $500,000 Sinfield Cup after losing a game to 19-year-old American Hans Niemann. While Carlsen himself refused to divulge details on the reason he quit, only sharing a cryptic post tweet about Jose Mourinho saying, if I speak, I'm in big, big, big trouble. Niemann gave an explosive interview on Tuesday saying he's prepared to play naked in order to prove his innocence while also admitting he cheated in the past as a 12-year-old and a 16-year-old. Players speaking out against Niemann without any real proof saw him being uninvited from Chess.com's Global Chess Championship and also being removed from their website. While Neiman's case will take some time to die down, cheating/colluding has never been an alien to chess. The sport has a long history of it, and it kind of amplified with the invention of online chess. So there's a thing called cheating over the board. Before tournaments came up with stringent rules to counter cheating in over-the-board chess tournaments, an effective method of cheating was to hide a device on one's person. Whether it be hiding chess engine in one's shoe or other apparel, it has been done. One of the easiest methods of cheating is to receive visible assistance. Whether it's from a coach, someone from a family, or a friend, the person stands behind different boards to communicate a move without any verbal cues. It's also possible to develop an inconspicuous code to transmit moves. A very creative way of cheating was used by a former mayor on the northern town of Boccaccio near Milan. Some guy was subsequently banned for allegedly using dark glasses that had been fitted with a hidden micro camera at 3 different tournaments. The glasses sent live images of the opponent's move to a powerful chess engine program that dedicated through a secret earpiece for the counter move to make. Another issue is players using the bathroom breaks in between moves. While bathroom breaks cannot be limited, there have been instances of players receiving assistance while on those breaks. And you need to remember, too, this is a classic chess tournament, which means you have an hour and a half game to make your move. So, like, in between moves, you have, like, 20 minutes to think about your move. So, in over-the-board games, though cheating does occur, the fact that players sit face-to-face makes it much easier for an arbiter to detect some sort of hanky-panky.
Classic.
So yeah, basically they're saying like it could have been in bathroom breaks when he walked away from the board, because like you can make a move and then walk away from the board. Like you don't have to sit there and like because you're sitting. It's classical chess, and which like classical chess means is the game starts. I think you start with an hour and a half on your timer.
Well, that makes more sense because I thought like you just sit there, you're there until the match is done. So like you would see if he's doing something, but if you're able to get up and then I guess
bro,
that makes more sense.
cheating goes deep.
It does. Dun dun.
So you guys like it is some of the juiciest drama since Don't Worry Honey or whatever.
Don't worry, you still can't get the name right. It makes it funnier, to be honest.
Okay, do you guys want to hear some theories though that some people have came up with on how he cheated? A bizarre cheating allegation involving a sex toy has rocked the chess world.
What? Oh my god, the vibrations send what the right move is.
That's what some people have
that would be hilarious.
Have said that potentially he has an anal vibrator or something like that in his ass.
That would be dope.
Be mad. But that's dedication, dude. All right.
So Eric Hansen, who like runs like a big like chess thing called Chess Bruh, things took another unexpected turn after Eric Hansen tried to claim that Neiman had signals conveyed to him via anal beads. It might sound outlandish, but the theory gathered traction after others circulated online, including none other than Elon Musk.
Of course, Elon's here somehow.
Musk contorted
he
a
always wiggles himself into something.
Musk contorted a quote from a German philosopher Arthur Schachtelheisen to fit the situation, writing, "Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see." And then parentheses, because it's in your butt. So Hansen replied to Musk's comments by saying, "Flattered owner of the anal bead theory that made its way all the way to Elon."
Right, that was me.
So now the biggest theory is that he has an anal bead in his butt. And it's funny, you can see like after the Magnus game, the next day Hansen comes to play his next match, and they're doing like the metal detector thing on him, and you can see the security guard like going so slow around like every part on Hans. It's so fucking funny.
That is funny.
So yeah, I did not expect us to be talking about chess drama on the podcast ever, but it
That's
is
juicy though.
it
That was
is
juicy.
so juicy,
Man, you know what's
and it's only
juicier?
getting juicier.
You know what's juicier? Probably that bussy, because it's got anal beads vibrating in it.
True. Any truthers?
So
I
it'll
don't
be
know.
interesting to see how this goes.
I mean, obviously, right? Like you could, who knows? Like especially in chess, right? It's so competitive that I can absolutely see people doing coded things, getting shit installed in them, not necessarily just anal beads, to win, right? But like,
I wouldn't put it past him.
man, shit, like, well, like especially too, like if you're gonna cheat, why would you cheat against the number one player who is obviously, if you win and you're outclassed by them ranking wise, if you win, you obviously know that's going to get dissected down to the very like to every possible minute detail. Why would you choose to cheat then?
I don't know,
Yeah.
Hans. How do you? Yeah. What,
Well,
your response?
The motherfucking
Well, Hans came out and said, I'm not going to let chess.com, I'm not going to let Magnus Carlsen, I'm not going to let Hikaru Nakamura, the three arguably biggest entities in chess, simply slander my reputation. And then a day later, they came out, and you would think chess.com would be like, all right, we're sorry. Like, we kind of took a side without having any evidence. Nah, they fucking doubled down. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Hans says.
also like you beat the top chess player.
Yeah, and made him rage quit. And I think
Like,
like when Magnus lost that game, I think he lost like 9 elo. So now he has to win like 10 more classical chess games, which are like 4-hour matches. And he already dropped out of the world championship because he just is bored and doesn't want to play classical. That's literally what he said. He's like, I don't want to play classical anymore. It's boring. Like, it's not fun. Like, it's not fun watching somebody do one move and then sit there for 20 minutes and breaking down a whole line and then making one. He said, like, I hate it. So
Especially
there's
when
going to
you
be a
have
new world.
like chess.com now, where you can do whatever. It's like doop, 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 doop,
Yeah.
doop, and you can do it anytime, anywhere. I just know the classical you're talking about because I watched Gambit's or Queen's Gambit, and that's what seems how they used to play the games, especially like towards the end. It would be like there's even one or whatever where it like went long and they were going to continue the next day, and so whoever was next move had to like write their move down in a letter, and then they resume the next day, open the letter, start with that move. Yeah.
So
But yeah, I always thought that was weird though, watching too, because then it's like, yeah, like in between rounds or like during the night, she's getting advice from everyone. It just feels, that part just felt weird, but yeah. What do I know?
Yeah, just juicy. Like I woke up and Levy had tweeted like, this may be the most insane day of chess ever. And I was like, what the hell happened? So I literally
What I
ran
miss.
to Hikaru's stream. And then I guess Hikaru had like found out just when like everybody found out. So he was just breaking it down. It was awesome.
Unironically does sound fun. Go on, chess.
Yeah. Need an update though. Maybe we get an update here soon for chess. You know, I don't think we've had it was so funny. I saw this really funny tweet about chess. It was like, I don't know if you guys have seen that Twitter trend where it's like tweet as if this game came out today. Yeah. And it was a chessboard, and it was like incels like, how come the female character piece is the strongest? Like, it was just really funny. So yeah, that was chess drama with Rob.
What a
chess
world
drama's
we're living
sick.
Yeah, you guys should look it up after this and get more into it.
in. It feels like this will be a good movie or something, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm just really excited to see what like Hans says now, because I don't think Hans has responded to chess.com's like double response. So
Just sitting over there like, Monka. How did they find out?
All right, we got to speed run through these questions because I have to leave at 1:30.
okay, let me pull them up. Got a question here from Zoes. Says, hey guys, question for everyone. Have you guys ever watched a 100-day series on YouTube? Be it Minecraft, Ark, Rust, The Island, so on and so on. And if so, what's your favorite? And for Fruit, any interest in making a 100-day video of your own?
I mean, I didn't do one exactly how they did that. I did, like, I survived 100 days in hardcore, and then I just showed my world or whatever. That's back when I built the Pagoda. But I've seen, like, the 100 days. Whereas I'm not gonna lie, most of them are so cringe.
Really? I
Wasn't
don't
it
think
really
I've ever watched any
boring?
of them.
And a lot of them are pretty staged, and you can
Well, they're-
tell a lot of them are staged.
Well, so there are some of them I've seen where it's staged, but not like trying to fake that it's not staged. Ones where it's like, I remember shit because I was like, what the? It was like, I was looking through trending videos because, like, what's trending with the kids these days? And it was like some 100 days things. Like, I survived 100 days in like Norse Minecraft or something. Day one, he's like walking, a giant portal opens. A 20-foot Thor guy comes in, voice acted, grabs the dude. There's like a whole animation, so it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, then there's the staging where it's like, I'm gonna pretend that this naturally happened. Whoa, guys, check this out. A lot of that. The other thing too, though, is
A lot of like he ran up to it, started the recording, and then was like,
yeah, or
oh,
something
like,
yeah, something like that. Which, like, that's fine, but when you try and play it off as if that's
as if it's like a natural occurring thing,
there's
comes as disingenuous.
a lot of them are just really annoying. And I actually have someone very specific in mind. I'm not gonna at them. But listening to them feels like someone's grating my balls.
I think the only thing I've seen in terms of like possible. 100 living is like the ones that are like, this is my hardcore Minecraft server that I was doing for 2 years and I died. Like, let me show off what it looked like.
No, this one, it's like, it's usually like, I survived 100 days in some version of Minecraft
now,
or
do they
mod,
break it down
whatever.
like the 100 days in one video, or is it like day 1 video, day 2 video, day 3 video?
It's 100 days, and it's usually like, I survived modded Minecraft in something blah blah blah. It's never just
now,
like
is this
vanilla.
100 in-game days or 100 out of game days?
100 in game. So then they'll just be like, so day 1, I blah 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 blah. Some people either do post, some
like
people
commentary and stuff.
Right, like, so day 1 I did this. Some people do it live and then just cut through the days. What's the cringiest, again, about this certain person I'm thinking of, is he does both, where he does post, but then he cuts to what he was saying live, but you can tell he wasn't, like, this is where he's like faking he talked about this live.
Yeah.
As if, and it, oh my God. I don't know why I hate this one guy so much.
It's not live commentary. He's added live commentary in post type
right,
of thing.
But he's trying to make you think it was live.
Think that this was like, whoa. And then he's like, this is me reacting to how I actually ran into the Norse Thor god. But then in reality, in post, he didn't even say anything. He's just adding. Okay.
And it's mainly this one guy. I don't know. I got a thing with this one guy. I don't know what it is.
It's this one guy.
Maybe it's because the fact that I like click on these videos and they have like tens of millions. And I'm like, and just something about the voice alone just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. Long story short, though, yes, I've seen them. If I were to do, part of the problem too with something like that is just like, hey, you should do one of those. You know how much time?
Yeah, you know, like,
one video that takes. It's not like I'll just throw that in the schedule. That's all right. Well, there you go. The next like 2 weeks for the one video.
Yeah, I'm on like one random channel. It's like, we survived 100 days in a hardcore Minecraft. We survived 200 days on Survival Island. We survived 100 days on Survival Island. We survived 100 days on hardcore Minecraft.
I mean, they do well, and I've seen some that I like, but some of them are just. The way I should say it is very clearly targeted to kids. I guess I should say, like, I'm not the target demo for sure.
I mean, at one point I was watching Shadow of Israfel from the Yogs cast, so.
Yeah, so I clearly have a thing for one of them, but you know, I've seen them and they're cool. But again, like, that's part of the problem is it's just
It's
not
not the
something
kind of
you
content
just
that you are interested in because you could just tell like it's just not genuine.
right. I think I could make a cool version of it, but that's
You wouldn't
all.
enjoy the content. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
that's what you want to make as content you want to enjoy.
that and the time though is it's just like I'm daily uploading across like 3 channels. If I wanted to do that, that's going to take up all my time for like 2 weeks. So then
Yeah.
how am I doing everything else? And then also, if I spend all that much time, I know my channel doesn't care that much about Minecraft, so it's not even going to do that well. But it's cool.
Question here from Whittle. It says, "What's your guys' thoughts on the recent Marvel shows and movies? I feel like there's a lot of them that are becoming overwhelming and repetitive, like an overflow of superhero content."
Okay, hold on. Repeat that. It was.
What's your
what
guys'
is-
thoughts on recent Marvel shows
Yeah.
and
Okay.
movies?
I just want
I
to double
feel
check.
I haven't watched like anything in a while. I think since
I mean, we've talked about this a good bit,
yeah.
or at least
Yeah,
like Blue and
I especially have like I'm still keeping up with them. So like I'm watching every single piece of content Marvel puts out because I do love it. But um they've definitely gone for a quantity over quality, which is so uncharacteristic of their old plan. So yeah, I mean it definitely like you could definitely tell like they have clear people who are clearly really passionate about what they're making. So, that lends itself to it, but like sometimes it's like would this have gone like would this have been produced if there was like the quality assurance check was as strict as it used to be? Probably not. She-Hulk, Moon Knight, a fucking some other one that I probably forgot that
Baby Groot.
exists. Baby Groot. I feel like Baby Groot is just like a fun little one though. Um, Even Captain America: Winter Soldier had its moments where it was like, this is a little slow, guys. Like, oh, a little bit
what's the deal here?
like, what are we doing here, guys? What's when this is the train coming around to the station? Like, what's going on? So yeah, I mean, they yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not been as good. Their quality has definitely been on the down tilt. You do get a couple gems. WandaVision was goated. Loki goated. Miss Marvel, I loved Miss Marvel. Um, but yeah, they're definitely not. They're few and far between. So, is what it is.
Yeah, we talked about it. I'm getting just like not exhausted, over
Stimulated.
yeah, something like that. There's enough, and I mean, I'm sure there are people who are enjoying it, and that's fine. But the cadence for me right now is just enough where it's like, I don't know. And part of it is like if I knew every Disney Plus show too or whatever was like Loki level, then I'd probably be a little more interested. But there's just too much to keep up with. So I'm kind of just going back to like either a series that really stands out to me or theatrical releases. And maybe that'll change again sometime. I think right now we've talked about it too. Part of it is just like I don't really know what we're doing currently in the arc, like in the cinematic universe. It kind of feels aimless.
Like, what's the stake here?
Yeah, so I think it's a bad thing. I'm sure it's working just fine for him, but as the viewer I am, I'm just a little over inundated or whatever, and kind of jaded a little bit.
In the same boat.
I think it always felt, even, and people brought up the topic, right? It's like, hey, at least like what about like the OG ones? Like there wasn't a stake to them, and I was like, but there was like the stake. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a stake, but it was more like it was obvious, like, oh, these guys are eventually going to team up, and that was like the thing. It was like, oh, like all these movies, like, oh man, when they team up, man, I cannot wait. And so, and then after Avengers, it was like, oh, the stake is, oh, it's fucking Thanos. Like if he's gonna be here eventually, and then all the little tidbits that like if like oh Thanos is a part of this, oh Thanos is a part of that, oh this person's related to Thanos, like it's all working towards something, and this one feels like if their play is like oh wait for these new characters to team up, it's like but the Avengers are already a thing, like it's kind of
Well, and I think the original ones too, to their credit, if they'd come out today, some of them probably wouldn't hit the same.
wouldn't yeah true.
Part of it too was just the novelty. Back when like this was finally happening, we're realizing like, wait, these
we
are actually
didn't get a lot of
cool, and-
superhero movies.
yeah, like before Iron Man, for instance, like
What was there? It was
aside
Batman.
from like the Nolan trilogy that was like felt completely separate, wasn't great.
And then the couple Miss Spider-Man movies
Some hit.
that while
There
we
was,
yearned for our OG Tobey Maguire.
There's like Superman Returns, whatever, like 2006. Like, go watch that one. That's kind of what superhero movies were, or if you heard about one, you were kind of expecting.
Like
So-
Knight Rider, like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. So I
So
think
it's right.
I think part of that was the appeal as well. So like they have that going for them. But yeah, also the same thing is we knew the Avengers were coming. And I will also say though, for me, most origin movies I enjoy more. Because usually the stakes and the plot are a little more localized every time. Which is why like Eternals I was iffy because first off there was just so many people and I just couldn't care about them quick enough. And then the stakes were just felt kind of
Non-existent,
ridiculous.
Really. Like,
Yeah, like it was suddenly like it felt very quintessential like, hey, I'm Spider-Man, I'm your friendly neighborhood dude. That's one origin. This origin is planet creators are coming to destroy and hatch and we have to it's like what? So yeah, I think for me, even newer movies that come out when they're more origin, I still enjoy those because it's because I think that's part of the problem too, where we are in the universe too. When something like this happens, at that point, you also are thinking like, okay, where is who so and so right now? Because like as much as you can only suspend so much. Like, okay, if the Avengers are here, what are they doing right now while this is happening? Like this star galaxy dude's in the sky, and everyone's like, "Yep." That's what makes it hard.
That they'll handle the Eternal people got that one.
Yeah.
Question here from Feels says, "Hey guys, what are some small moments in your lives that led to big things? For me, it would be hearing my wife's voice from across the room when we first met. I just thought her accent was cute, and now we've been together for almost 8 years."
Oh, that's adorable. What the fuck?
It's adorable. I'm gonna throw up.
I don't know. Maybe Christian asking me if I wanted to record a video with him. I guess that would definitely be. I definitely felt like a small kind of like.
I would
side
say
kinda
that.
thing.
I would say that too. I would say when. I think for me, it was when Fruit started bullying me. That I was like, internally, I was like, well, I knew what he was doing. Like, I didn't actually think he was bullying me, but I was like, internally, I was like, hey, I just made a friend. But that dude was roasting the fuck. Y'all, Mr. Fruit was roasting the shit out of me the first time we met.
Or
I just want
like-
you to know that.
I think when Mr. Fruit
That's
maybe
how I knew it was
first
gonna
texted
work.
me, like when Christian first texted me telling me to go upvote his Reddit posts, like that felt so little.
That too,
that
yes.
led to like something kind of bigger.
It was like, yo, can you upvote this? I was like, dude, I got you, King.
Yeah, I was like,
And then
yep.
Reddit banned him because they were jealous of the swag.
Well, I had to stop doing that too because I realized like you're not supposed to ask for upvotes. When it's like, oh, sorry, I wanted 2. All right, jeez, my bad.
Yeah.
Ironically, I think like all the ones that popped off is like the No Land Beyond. That's the one that, or no, Husk of the Pit. That's the one where I didn't like. I literally was leaving. It was like last day of college for the weekend or something. I was headed home. Put the Reddit post up. That's when we left. Went on the trip. And like 2 days later, or whatever, a day later, someone's like, "Dude, your video's popping off." But as far as like little thing, ironically for me, I think back in the day, there was these things we had called lock-ins at my youth group. And the church one was pretty small. And like the first lock-ins before it got really big were literally just like there was like a basement to the church where youth group was usually at. And they had like a walkout into like the parking lot or whatever. But if you live in Colorado or like know that,
there. I know.
yeah, like people probably think like basement, but if you know Colorado, like a big walkout floor.
I mean, it was a sus basement, but yes, we had lockdowns in there.
Well, there was, yeah, part of like the kitchen and stuff. But anyway,
yeah.
So you go there, and then there's like once every 6 months or whatever, and there was like a Friday night, and you'd stay in until the morning, chill with your friends, and go all night, eat pizza, whatever. And it was in the youth group room, the specific room. They had like a CRTV, and they were playing some games. And it was a 7th grade, maybe 6th. I don't remember.
Probably around 6th or 7th.
And I was like, "What are you guys playing?" "Oh, we're playing Halo." I'm like, "Oh, I've heard of Halo. Never played it before." So let me try. And I remember there's just this one dude who clearly plays Halo and has Xbox and thinks he's cool 1v1ing people on Guardian who've never played the game before. I was one of the noobs he eventually stomped. It was like old arcade thing. So it was like, if you win, you stay. Loser grabs an extra drawer. So, all right, let me try. Dumpstered on. And I loved every second of it. And from then on out, that's when my friend ended up getting Halo. I went to his house all summers to play Halo, which eventually got me to saving up, getting my own Xbox, which got me Halo. And if none of that, if I'd never played that one match of Halo that night at that church lock-in, I don't think I'd be
I remember I played an FFA with 4 other guys that night, and I was using the noob combo. And one of them went, "This kid's using the noob combo."
Well, it probably worked on everyone, though. I mean, I was like, it was literally like, I'm like looking around, just getting killed off spawn. I'm like, this is so cool. But yeah, I think that's what led me to where I am today. So, thanks, Halo.
Next question here is from Herba Goats. It says, "Hey guys, just wanted to give a quick congrats to Rob and the new engagement. And wanted to ask if it would be okay if I sent a dream team wedding invitation. There's no pressure at all to come or getting a gift. You guys have been a part of my daily entertainment for the last few years, and that would be to show my appreciation to you guys in the epic content. At least I could offer an invitation to one of the biggest moments of my life for the squad. Thanks for being you, for everything you guys do." I think you kind of just did, man. Like, but I'm not going. But congratulations.
Yeah, I would, I'll keep the invitation. I don't think I'd go.
You could like Discord DM us, I guess, the invitation. You could Discord DM me because I think I have mine open, and then can give it to Mr. Fruit and Blue for you if you'd like.
I appreciate the nod though.
Carlos from Lit. Hey guys, happy to be here as always. What are some investments you either wish to get into or are already invested in? Can be real estate, stocks, crypto, etc. I mean, I hate to call them investments, but my CSGO endeavors have actually turned out pretty well. I did buy these 6 stickers months ago for around 2K, and now China's getting all into these stickers, and those 6 stickers I bought are now worth around 6K. So 200% return on my investment already in 6 months. Pretty decent.
I'll take it.
But I mean, I'd love to get more involved into crypto, or not crypto, like decent like investments and stocks, like just normal like kind of investments and stuff like that. But I feel like I don't have like kind of like ideas, because like I follow Wall Street Bets on Reddit, and I see it every day. It's like, just got $80,000 to zero in 2 days. It's like, first of all, where'd you get that 80K? Like, where do you just get that? Like, and to just YOLO it into fucking Bed Bath and Beyond. Like, so no, I don't get involved into really anything. I mean, we bought our home, so I guess I'm involved in real estate, I guess, but like I don't have like multiple properties.
I mean, I have like mutual funds, that I've done. I mean, I was lucky to my parents own their own business, and I got to watch as I grew up. So when I started this too, I immediately knew, even though it was just after my first year. Um, One, I was always frugal to start with, but helped too because I always knew, okay, keep this amount of money for taxes. Don't use this money, and then I didn't really use any of it either. So I was like, invest it, because there's like that exponential curve, whatever. Like the earlier you get in, unless the
Yeah.
world goes, tits up, then by the time you're 60 or whatever, like if you put in the same amount of money you did from like 20 to 30 than you did from like 40 to 60, you'll have like 10 times the amount. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to get stuff in there early. So that's what I did. Mutual funds, 401k, a Roth IRA. And so I've done that every year. And then obviously I did some meme stop. Made a good bit.
That worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. Not that I was ever suggesting any of that stuff.
Are you still in or are you out with GME?
No, I'm out. Yeah.
Okay.
I got my money. I'm out.
Okay. Monkey took banana. Monkey
took
no
bananas.
longer
Yep.
monkey. Yeah.
Did
Did you get involved into Bed Bath and Beyond at all or no?
I haven't messed with any. I haven't messed with any memes since.
Okay.
It was too stressful during it too. So, but aside from that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just some really low risk, long term stocks, and then I messed around with a little like more volatile recent ones. But then
day trading type of stuff.
yeah, and then I'm like, this isn't for me. It's too
Waking
stressful.
up at 7 a.m. and realizing your portfolio.
Like, no, thank you.
Mr. Westlow.
Yeah, I have a pretty wicked collection of Pokemon cards.
It's not a bad investment there.
It is.
Hey, I got some Pokemon cards too that I bought that box from Datto and I just put it in a closet and I'm gonna try and forget about it for the next 20 years.
Give me it. What the fuck?
It's like the 25th anniversary run, the Omega
Yeah,
box.
give me that. You want?
And that defeats the purpose.
And then Fruit with the last question says, "Hey guys, it's been a while since my last question, and I'll keep it very simple. How are you guys treating yourselves, and what do you do to help when you're feeling down?" I've recently been feeling a lot more down, but actually streaming a lot more has helped with that. I'm trying to get on this consistent streaming schedule where as soon as I wake up, the first thing I do is shower and I go stream. And however long that stream ends, as soon as I'm done streaming, I go to the gym and then I come back and have dinner. So just having that consistent scheduling really helps me. And when I'm feeling down, I talk with Sydney. I open up to my partner. And I would say that helps a ton.
That was a good question. I'm all about schedule. I don't know how to function with that one. That's why like people always mean like, oh, you go to bed so early. Yeah, but I want 8 hours of sleep. I get up every day at 6, and then usually just like browse Reddit for a little bit until I'm like awake. 6:30. Also helps to have the dogs. Take the dogs out. Get some sun in the back real quick. Feed them. Start working. And then get X amount of work done. Go work out. Come back. And then pretty like strict regiment until about like 5 p.m. And then I just do whatever. But that keeps me busy and for my mind from wandering. That's always helped me. And then I always know I struggle most when I'm out of a schedule. Because I'm very particular like that. So that's what's always helped me. And then aside from that, over the years I've learned a lot about like coping mechanisms and healthier coping mechanisms and just working on my mental health and stuff. So I'll do my best.
Mr. Westlow?
Honestly, what do I do? Shit. Yo, what do I do?
Hey, yo.
Play Final
Um,
Fantasy 14. Do that. You sweep your guild's house.
I do be sweeping.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what I do. I think for the most part, if I am having like a rough day, I will just cancel everything I'm doing and I'll just like do nothing. Or if I have a tough day, I'll just kind of like I'd say I'd get a Dr. Pepper Zero, but like Dr. Pepper Zero when you're down. I guess recently I've learned how to like not be as like down for so long like myself because I guess I've learned a lot about like how I cope with things. And so like what I do the most now is not any of that. I just kind of like I identify it and I'm just like, okay, so I'm just like going to put myself out of that situation now. So I don't know. I guess I don't let myself get to that point like I used to anymore, which is why I don't really have my coping mechs.
And I believe that is the last question for GG Over Easy episode 149. Make sure you guys leave a review for GG Over Easy. We're going to be episode 150.
Whoop, whoop.
Maybe I'll look into like maybe getting some guests or something like that. And we'll do something kind of different now that we're up at 150.
Now that we're changed podcast.
Yeah.
We've
I agree.
matured.
Well, thank you guys for listening, watching wherever you
That too.
guys do that. Make sure you guys leave a review. Make sure you guys tell your friends about the podcast if they like gaming and shit. Make sure you guys follow the GG Over Easy TikTok, which is getting daily, or I would say about 3 or 4 uploads of clips a week. So yeah, we'll catch you guys next episode. Peace out.
See.
Peace, bitches.